You've been learning about my 4 types system and my energy profiling system. And today I'm going to talk to you about, can you be 2 types? I'm going to answer that question for you. And if you have any confusion around your type, this information is going to help you today get some clarity. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. I have the best personal development information online, and I'm here to help you live your truth. In fact, energy profiling is the fastest way I know to boost your self-confidence and to create a sense of awareness of who you are. A lot of healing takes place when you know your energy type. Now, if you're new to this information, you need to go watch first the video called, What Are the 4 Energy Profiling Types? That'll explain to you what the 4 types are, so I don't have to take time to do that in this video. So now that you know the 4 types, a lot of people come to me with the question, Carol, could I be 2 types? I see myself in 2 of these expressive qualities, because energy profiling looks at not only your personality, but your behavior tendencies, your thought and feeling processes, your body language, even your facial features show a quality of who you are. And so, can you be 2 types? Well, the clean answer to that is no, you cannot be. Now, you can think you are, and it will feel to some people like they are. Why is that the case? How come it feels like you could be, let's just say, a type 1 and a type 2, where you're upward and light and you have this buoyant quality, but you're also kind of soft and gentle and caring, and you even can think, I see both in my face. How is that possible? Or maybe you think, I'm a type 3 with a secondary 4, and I can see how I could have gotten confused in my early days of understanding myself using this system to think, maybe I'm a type 4. I certainly have a lot of qualities in my behaviors and my character traits that are type 4. Now, the challenge is created when you start singling out different aspects of your personality or things you do. If you look at one thing and go, does that mean I'm this type? I'll take myself for an example. I'm a type 3, and it's obvious if I look at my overall quality of life and how I live that I move swiftly, I walk with a heavy foot, I speak louder, my body language has more of a punch to it. Yet, if you just looked at my habits and my behavior in my personal space, type 4s have a tendency for structure, efficiency, minimalism, clean, open space. I could easily, because that's how I manage my space, I like it very, very type 4. I could have told myself, well, because of that, I'm a type 4. Now, if I just singled out that one attribute and how I choose to express myself in that one area of my life, then I can confuse myself and think, well, I'm both those types, and you're not. Now, I now know the reason why I have certain attributes that are very strong in what I call your secondary energy. There's a very, very good chance. Now, here's where you're going to get clarity. So let's clear this up for you, because you really want to lead with your dominant type, because there's a lot of resources naturally built into who you are that you want to draw upon. And if you're not tapping into that natural expression of you, your life's compromised. You don't get the full benefit of being you. And quite honestly, you do not attract to you that which supports the quality of life you can create, a really high quality. And so you'll get confused because everybody has a tendency to overdevelop some qualities or attributes that come from their secondary energy. I look at my life experience, and I didn't feel very much in control in my childhood. So what do you do when you don't feel control of the people in the environment, and the people in your family environment are unpredictable? You start to control your space. You start to create a sense of predictability and control because of the space you're in. And having that secondary type 4 could actually have instilled in me this very type 4 life practice when it comes to space, where, I could change that and alter it if I wanted to, but it serves me. And so I'm okay with it. So I can see where that became more pronounced in my life experience, where maybe it wouldn't have if I'd been raised true to my type 3 nature. Maybe I wouldn't be so structured and orderly and wanting things to be clean and tidy as a preference. Maybe that wouldn't be my preference, but it is. And that is my secondary energy. But it does not make me my secondary. So you're always your dominant type. Now I'm going to go through each of the 4 types, take notes, and how if they were your secondary, they're coming through maybe too profusely and they might be taking over at times. If you have a secondary type 1 and you grew up in a household that felt heavy and serious and intense, you might feel you need to make it all lighter. And you're not really a type 1, but you bring that out because it's a defense in you that you need to make up the difference and lighten the mood. But you'll do it when you feel triggered or feel unsafe, or you'll feel, I have to do this. It's not because it's a natural gift you're giving, it's a response to a situation that feels like it's required. If you're a secondary type 2, you may feel like you have to make sure everybody's comfortable because there were upsets in your family and you didn't want your parents getting angry or people getting upset at each other and contention. Maybe you have a lot of contention in your background and you need to try and be the peacemaker because nobody had that. And so that could be a secondary energy that was developed because there was this missing energy in your family system. If your secondary is a type 3, you might have that energy lacking in your childhood where nobody got things going or had results or followed through and made things happen. And so, or maybe you have a spouse that's a lower energy type like you. Maybe you're a 2 married to a type 4. And if your secondary is a type 3, someone's got to bring in the push. So you make up that difference, but it's your secondary. So it's not really your lead energy. And then I've already talked about type 4 with my experience, how you can bring in those qualities, again, as a defense to a dysfunctional environment. So you cannot have 2 types that you lead with. You have all 4 in you. Your dominant type is meant to be expressed as the prominent expression of you. There's gifts for you to connect with. Go watch the video, What Are the 4 Energy Profiling Types? Because that's where I really zero in on. As you lead with each of these as your dominant, the gifts that you naturally bring to the world. And they're effortless for you. That's why we have the expression, you're a natural at that. And so everyone has that capacity of self-expression. You're a natural. And that natural gift that you possess is meant to make a difference first in your life and in the lives of those you love and in the world at large. So a lot of benefits to living your true nature. Make sure you get this information so you can see the remarkable difference it makes not only in your life, but the people that you're involved in with day to day. I have helped literally hundreds of thousands of people learn their energy type. And I've heard everything from, Carol, you changed my relationship with my daughter literally overnight now that I understand how we're so different and we can accept each other, too. Carol, we were headed for divorce and this made all the difference, too. Now I've stopped shaming myself, Carol. I see that I'm a bright light in the world and I have these gifts to share and I don't have to keep trying to repress it. I've heard so many beautiful stories of thank you. What's your story? What have you learned about yourself in this journey so far? Share in a comment. What clarity did today's video help you with? Because the more clarity you have about who you are, the more effortlessly you get to show up every day and be your true self. And that makes life so much more enjoyable. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following me here on YouTube. Thanks for liking the video if this was supportive to you. And please share it with someone. There's so many people in this world that are struggling. They're at odds with themselves, that are in conflict internally. And we have the tools to help them. So thanks for sharing it with someone that comes to mind. Subscribe to my channel, and when you hit that bell, You'll be notified when a new video gets published. I'll see you in the next video. I'm really here to help you. Thanks for letting me.